Hey guys, so today is a little bit different. I kind of wanted to just reflect a little bit because it's September 11th and we all remember where we were, those of us who are old enough, on this day in 2001, and I was getting ready to bring my kids to school and go to work, and I got a phone call saying turn the TV on, and the first plane had already hit the tower, one of the towers, and immediately, to me, I knew it was a terrorist attack. I didn't have to wait for the second plane or confirmation from anybody. I just knew it was a terrorist attack. And then the second plane hit the tower, and I saw it happen. I was watching the news when it happened. That day was very surreal. The reason being is because I was actually supposed to be touring the Twin Towers that day. I had a friend who lived in Long Island, grew up in Long Island, and then moved here to Massachusetts, and she wanted to show us the sights of New York. She wanted to take us to the Twin Towers and the Statue of Liberty, and we were supposed to go that day. We had a falling out. I think it was a couple of weeks before that happened, and so of course we didn't end up going. So that day has a significance for me in more ways than just what happened. It's still shocking this many years later to think about the fact that I was supposed to be there. Had that falling out not happened, my kids and I were supposed to go. So every year I remember this day, and there's actually a Budweiser commercial that was only aired once, that I post every single year on my Facebook account, my YouTube account, or excuse me, not my YouTube account, my Facebook account, my Instagram account. I post it everywhere, and it is the most simple but powerful message about our country. And now more than ever, we need to come together and be the country that I know we are. And I'm not getting all political or anything like that, but you all know what I mean. And I think you guys should see it if you go to YouTube and look up the Budweiser 9/11 tribute commercial, I believe it's called. And it has the Clydesdales in it, and they're basically walking across the country into New York, and then they're next to the Statue of Liberty, and they bow down to where the towers were. And it's in remembrance of all those people lost. It gets me every time. And although I didn't know anybody, I feel like I did. At the time, my kids were so little, they don't remember it. My oldest, kind of, a little bit. She was young, but she was old enough. And I cried for like 2 weeks after it happened, and I didn't know anybody who was in the tower, nobody directly. I didn't know anybody in the airplane. I didn't know anybody in the Pentagon. I didn't know anyone. But it still affected me and so many more people because of, even if you don't know these people, it's still such a tragic loss of life for no reason. And I wish people would understand that, you know, we're not property, and we have freedoms for a reason. And we let you have your freedoms. No one's trying to stop anybody from, well, I should say nobody, normal Americans just going about their day, no one's trying to stop anybody else from living their life. And the power trip that these people are on, the government and leaders of other countries, is just ridiculous. I think that we need to take our power back. I think that they've taken it from us for long enough, and the country now is in complete turmoil. Whether or not you are with or against our current government, our current president, there's got to be some admittance and some truth somewhere in there that you know this is wrong. You know this is not our country. This is not how we do things. And there are better ways of going about it, but this has become a huge power trip. That's all it is. That's all it is. And in my view, we've become a joke to all these other countries. We were strong, we would help, we were the go-to people when you needed help, when you needed a place to escape, literally. Place to escape to, I should say. And now it's turned into a joke. And I don't know about you, I don't like it. I don't like our country viewed that way. I don't like our people viewed that way. I think it's live and let live. And abide by the laws and you're good. And it's got to be made so complicated all because of these power trips. And all of that, the reason why I'm saying all of this is that is what led up to these terrorist attacks. That's what is led up to all terrorist attacks. And I don't like what you're doing and you don't like what I'm doing, so I'm going to hurt you. I mean, that's insane as far as I'm concerned. It's just completely ridiculous. You do what you need to do, and we'll do what we need to do. What mind is it of anybody else's what we do? And vice versa. What mind is it of ours what other countries do? Unless you're hurting us, or you're hurting an ally and somebody who, just does not have the means to defend themselves, and you step in, and it's like schoolyard bullies. That's what it's like. That's what it feels like. You got this idiot in the White House lying through his teeth and bullying people. you've got other countries now that look at us like we're nothing, like we're just a complete joke. I might add, though, in the past, people have thought that, other countries have thought, I don't know if it's a jealousy thing or what it is, but they've thought bad things about the United States. But when you look at the track record, we're the first ones they call. When there is a problem, when there is a war, when there's any type of issue like that, we're the first ones they call. And we always respond. So, I say pick your battles. I say leave each other alone. Go about your business. And let it go. Because if you don't, we're going to have more 9/11s. This world is getting worse. We're not getting better. We're getting worse. We're developing more weapons. Everything's computerized and machines and my daughter is a veteran. She served in the Army for 4 years, right out of high school. And now she's a veteran and in medical school. And I think it hits home for me even more. I've always been very, very patriotic, and I've always been, for our soldiers and supportive of our soldiers. And I still am. I absolutely still am supportive of our soldiers. I'm not supportive of the government. I am not supportive of the president. And if some of you get offended by that, well, I would say, look at the facts. Look at the facts. Come out of your shell and truly, truly pay attention and look at the facts. Not rhetoric, just anti-everything baloney. Facts. Look at the facts. So I would say, in closing, just stop it. Everybody, just do your thing. Go about your own business. Love your neighbor. Love your family. Keep them close. You just never know when something is going to happen. Those people did not go into those buildings and get on that plane and go to work at the Pentagon that morning expecting to die. They weren't expecting this type of attack on us. Nobody expects it. So just love your family and go about your day. The fact that I was supposed to be in those buildings that day truly opened my eyes to how important it is to spend that time with your family when you can, to enjoy your life as much as you can while you can, because it can be over in an instant. I thank you guys for watching, and I apologize for if some of you feel this might be a rant, or it's not a rant. But I would truly just ask, just love one another and stop all the mess.